Hello my laser peeps, I'm here with the ultra popular XTOOL M2 and the CMYK inkjet module. Together we are going to unbox and set up the laser portion of this machine so we can go ahead and make cool projects and check out the inkjet module as well. Let's get this over with. Avoid using anything ultra sharp as you don't know what's hiding underneath this tape and we don't want to scratch or damage anything. Underneath these flaps you will find your M2 nestled inside supportive cardboard pieces, foam, and even bubbles. Go ahead and remove the supportive corner pieces made of cardboard and gently dispose of them. Once those are off, the foam on either side will be removable. Go ahead and remove them. In each corner of the box, you will also find cardboard supports. These protect your machine from impact during shipping and help the box hold its shape. With those cardboard and foam pieces off, it's time to remove the M2. You won't be removing the bubble because it is underneath the machine. I am going to place the M2 on a chair behind my desk, reach underneath where the foam is, and gently remove the M2 from the box and position it onto the table. With the M2 out of the box, you can finally remove the air hot dogs, I guess, and dispose of it. This leaves your M2 inside nothing but some plastic wrap. Free it from that plastic wrap. With the wrapping removed, grab the tape and peel it off. One ginormous piece covers the entire lid. You might want to open it because it does wrap a little bit underneath the lid. Opening the lid will help with removing that wrap. Go ahead and remove the foam that you see directly underneath this lid. The remaining foam contains important components that we want to remove carefully, such as this bag right here, this AC adapter right here, this laser head right here, this ring of tape right here, this exhaust hose, and metal clamp. With those components removed, you may gently lift this center section and dispose of it, each side section, and remove the rear section by gently sliding it toward the front of the machine and disposing of it. Inside, you will find a piece of wood and some paper. Please carefully place these aside. Your user manual, a large piece of paper. Pinch this tab right here from the sides, not the bottom. There is a camera there. And gently slide it forward to free the remaining piece of foam, which you will now remove carefully and discard. In your tool bag, you will find this or similar tube of grease. There may be a foil tab on the tube. Be sure to remove that tab or you won't have much luck getting the grease out. Slide this door all the way down and apply grease right here generously to this rail. Slide this up and down. Looking behind the tool head, slide the same tray back and spot this rail right here. Should you be using a purifier or venting out of the room, now is the time to do that. You will find this hose in your kit and this clamp in your kit. It really couldn't be much easier. Take this hose, feed it into the clamp, position the clamp over the output, and turn the knob. You don't even need a tool. Congratulations, your tube is installed. It is actually quite easy to get the tension right in order to be able to install and remove the tube as you wish. Your M2 laser head is magnetic. Here on the back of your laser are 2 pins. They line up with the 2 holes in your tool head. Go ahead and mount that right now by lining them up and letting them snap into place. Let's watch it one more time. Simply line it up and let the magnets pull it into place. To remove it, firmly grab it and pop it off. It's that easy. However, despite the magnetic connection of the laser, there is a USB-C harness you will need to connect. This cable is identical on both ends. Connect one end into the USB-C port on the side of the laser. Create an L shape with the cable and connect it to the USB-C on the tool head. It is now time to plug in your M2. With your M2 plugged in and turned off, find the USB-C cable that came with your machine and plug it in right here. USB-C plugs fit in either direction. If your computer supports USB-C, XTOOL has provided an adapter to connect to your USB-A cable to convert it to a USB-C cable. USB-C cables are standard cables. You may use your own cable, including a USB-C to USB-C without having to use the adapter. Once connected via USB, we will then configure the Wi-Fi so we may continue using the M2 with Wi-Fi rather than cable. With your machine plugged in and your USB-C cable connected, open XTOOL Studio, not XTOOL Creative Space. XTOOL Studio, the successor to Creative Space, and we will add the M2 to your studio. Here in XTOOL Studio, go ahead and press New Project. In order to add the M2, go ahead and turn it on. With the machine on, click right here into the gear icon. Be sure USB is selected. Depending on the version of your software at the time you are watching, it may behave differently. At first, mine didn't detect my M2. Once I resolved that, it detected it by itself and set it as the active device. Let's assume yours doesn't detect your M2. Close out this window, look for this gear right here and click it. Click on Device and scroll down. Look for this section right here. Go ahead and press Download. Press the X and then look right here for connection detection and click on Start. Tell it you are using USB and press Next. Don't miss this pull down right here to choose the machine you are working with and press Next. This process fixed my connection issue. Every time it asks you a question, go ahead and say yes. During my initial test, this section right here had a problem and it was reported as fixed. Press OK. Press the X. After this process, your M2 will likely have added itself. If not, return to the Add Device section and do that now. With the M2 installed, click on this gear icon to enter the M2 settings. The first thing we will look for is a firmware update. If you wait a moment, it will prompt you for that update. We will trigger it manually by clicking right here, Check for Updates. There is indeed a firmware update. Go ahead and press Update. Your machine will power cycle multiple times. This is normal, and your firmware update will be complete. Update complete. Press Confirm. With our firmware updated, let's get the M2 calibrated and ready for use. Return to the gear icon. Scroll down and click on Check for Updates right here next to Automation Model Version. Next up, free yourself of the USB cable by clicking Setting next to Wi-Fi settings. Choose your Wi-Fi and type in your password. You will receive a high five and press Connect with Wi-Fi. At this time, you may disconnect your USB cable and work via Wi-Fi. Closing the interface, you will see with the cable disconnected, your M2 is still listed as ready. However, should you feel better, you are welcome to continue using the M2 with a USB-C connection. Your M2 may prompt you to run calibration. If it does not, we will initiate it ourselves right here by scrolling down to Calibration Settings and clicking on that. Go ahead and press Start. Go ahead and press Start. Avoid touching the machine or the desk during this process. Once you see calibration successful, go ahead and move along by pressing Finish. Next up, camera positioning accuracy calibration. Press Start. Your machine is asking for grease, tape, and paper. Your machine came with grease, tape, and paper. However, we did the greasing process during the setup of this machine. Go ahead and press Next. Go ahead and press Move Laser Head. Go ahead and click Applied. Go ahead and click Move Laser Head. Go ahead and click Applied. Press Next. Be sure the inside of your machine is clean. Check the cleaned box and click Z-axis calibration. You should see calibration status calibrated. Click Next. Grab your paper and open the lid. Place the paper in the center of the printer. Don't stress over being exact. Get it as close as you can and gently tape it down. One piece on the top and bottom. If you've lost this tape, just use some simple painter's tape. Close the lid and click Framing. Click Framing Complete. Click on Process. Physically press the button on the front of the machine. When this process completes, go ahead and click Calibrate. With the high five, click Finish. If you have metal business cards, go ahead and click Start. Go ahead and check Materials Ready. Go ahead and check Next. Remove the calibration paper. Place a metal business card roughly in the center, as straight as you can, and tape it down. Close the lid. Click on Confirmed Placement and click on Snapshot. Click on Process. And physically press the M2 button. With the calibration burn complete, remove the card and compare the results to the chart on the screen. Look at your card and look at the screen. I'm using my cell phone to take a photo of the card so I may zoom in and look closer. Let's look at row A. Which of these lines is most aligned? I'm going to go with 2, and I'll click 2 right here. Let's look at row B. Which of these lines is most aligned? To me, it's looking like 2 again, so I will choose 2. Row C. Which of these lines is most aligned? Again, this one looking like 2. Row D looks like 3. Row E looks like 4. Do this for the entire card. When you're happy with your choices, go ahead and click Complete Calibration. Press Finish. Press the X. This is not a live view, so refresh the snapshot by pressing the camera button. Congratulations, you've survived the setup process of your shiny new XTOOL M2. There are more things to do and learn, such as the rotary tool and the inkjet module. We'll cover those another time. For now, you're ready to get started making cool things with your XTOOL M2. I'm Mr. Greg. This is the XTOOL M2, and you're on 3D Rundown.